Hi, just figured I'd do a quick video about Trump's election and what it has to do with Ukraine and Israel. So Ukraine first. Trump will be good for Ukraine, or Republicans will be good for Ukraine. But maybe good is the wrong word because, I mean, when is anything in war good? The problem for the Ukrainians is Biden was horrible for Ukraine. First, he threw them under the bus when Putin was invaded. Now, what Biden could have said is, you enter Ukraine, we're going to enter Ukraine. We don't care about nuclear weapons. You just try and use them, and we will flatten you. He could have done that. Remember, he could have done that. But he didn't do that. Instead, he used, oh, we're worried about nuclear weapons. We're going to take it very slowly. So he's taken it slowly from the beginning. And in fact, in the last round of where Congress approved funding, the Republicans said you have to have a war plan. Like, you have to have a game plan here. Like, how are you going to win? And this is a question everybody who's been following has wanted. Like, what is the Biden administration's policy? What is its end goal with Ukraine? It's never said. So I'm not going to go down all that rabbit hole, but I'm just going to say that Biden's handling of Ukraine has been a total failure. Not total failure, but a failure to a lot of us that have been following it. So for the Republicans, this is a chance to basically make it work. And I bet you they are frothing at the bit to try and do that. They have their plans on how they're going to do it. Now, some may say, well, Putin has like a sex tape on Trump. Well, what's his sex tape going to do now? This is Trump's last term. He's too old and it does nothing. And even if he released it, again, as is proven time and time again, most people who follow Trump wouldn't care. So, and the other thing is that, Putin has no leverage over Trump whatsoever. And then you can say, well, Putin's going to allow Trump to build a hotel in Moscow or St. Petersburg. Like, that means anything? Ukraine can offer hotels in Ukraine and all of Europe because all of Europe and Ukraine wants the war over. So, if the U.S. can basically get Russia back and get things back to where they were, Trump can get all the hotels he wants. So if he really wants hotels, Ukraine needs to win, or to put them in good places. So I don't believe that that Trump's election is bad for Ukraine. In fact, I think it's good for Ukraine. Again, not because I like Trump. I don't like Trump. I detest him. But change is always good when you shake things up. So just because it's shaking things up and there are new people looking at the problem, trying to deal with the problem, I think that will be a good thing. And again, it's not about Trump specifically. He couldn't care less. It's about the people he brings. You look at Antony Blinken, you look at, all those, Jake Sullivan. I mean, they just make you want to barf. So anyway, yes, the election will be good for Ukraine, in my opinion. As far as Israel, again, it's the same thing. How are you going to build hotels in a place nobody wants to visit? Israel is a pariah state. This will go on for decades. They're not going to get... Every month, you're going to see a new movie, a documentary, a story, more facts about the atrocities that the Israelis have committed in Gaza and Lebanon. It's going to go on and on, just like the Germans went through it after World War II. On and on about the Holocaust and what they did. It's just never going to let up. So, you're just not going to get hotels in Israel. Israel's not ready for economic activity anytime soon. So, and Trump, what did he do for Israel? He allowed them to move like their consulate, not a consulate, but whatever it was, right? And that was just to appease basically religious nutjobs in America, where the certain Christian groups want Israel to basically rebuild the Temple Mount so that they can, God can come down and basically say, become a Christian or not, whatever. Their interests align, but they're not really aligned. It's all a bunch of hokey nonsense. But whatever, they vote, right? So a ton of people vote. They vote to send money to Israel. They vote for people in the U.S. who will support Israel. So it's just a whole religious nonsense. I don't know where to start. But again, it is real in that it's votes and power. So Netanyahu pays attention to them. Trump pays attention to them. But does that mean that Trump is going to keep sending weapons? Don't forget about the weapons, that Trump is going to attack Iran for, Israel? No effing way. When he was president, Netanyahu did everything he could to get the U.S. to attack Iran. But what did the U.S. do? The only one they attacked is they killed Soleimani at the Baghdad airport, which I think was a gross violation of international rules or whatever. You don't kill a military person at a public airport. You just don't do it. But whatever, they did it. And the reason Trump did it is because that guy had been part of a lot of operations that killed American servicemen. So the American military hated this guy. The Israelis hated this guy. So, they pressured Trump, and Trump was like, okay, everybody hates this guy. Fine, we're going to take him out at this airport, even though my diplomats are telling me this is a bad precedent or whatever. So he did that. But that's it. He didn't attack Iran. And when he did attack, I think he did some attack. They bombed like empty warehouses, right? So, yeah, no, Trump's not attacking Iran. Israel, they are so deluded that they believe Trump is going to help them. It just cracks me up. It's cracked me up for years. Not only their delusions about Trump, but that they think Obama is against them. Obama was never against them. They're literally, as Finkelstein says, it's a lunatic state. They're lunatics. They're like, forget it. So anyway, just wanted to do this quick video that it doesn't make a difference whether you can hate Trump all you want, but the Republicans behind him, the people behind him, they have a different way of looking at the world. They are not going to let Russia win in Ukraine. Just ain't going to happen. I'm sorry. America plays second fiddle to no one. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the way Americans think. Go watch like the Patton speech in the movie. That first speech is like everything. Like it's still true today. So anyway, that ain't going to happen. As far as Israel, yeah, when there's money, they'll do some stuff, the Abraham Accords, whatever. But when the no, they're not attacking Iran. They're not getting involved in that kind of crap. There's nothing. They get nothing out of it. So anyway, hope you're well. Till next time.